music is one of those things where everyone has an opinion.
It's subjective as shit.
It's not like law.
We now at this point in time provide such a variety in options that you can't say Kenyan music is trash or there's nothing for me. There's something for everyone, literally.
And important to actually, call these people out.
Yes.
But also it's equally important to find avenues where you can find revenue for your music.
Yes.
It's your responsibility as an artist.
Yes.
Ready, set, let's go. I'm on the way up. I'm on the way up. I'm on the way up, going all the way up. I'm on the way up. I'm on the way up. I'm on the way up, going all the way up.
And you're watching the SNS.
Hi friends, I trust you're well. Welcome to another episode of The Spotlight brought to you exclusively here on the SNS. Now joining us today is Kodong Klan. And I'll let them introduce themselves. To my left or my right?
You decide.
Okay, to my right we have...
This is Mordecai Dex, aka Mana Dexter Original, in the flesh, none other than, none better than.
Hello.
Yes, man, representing. Yes, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's everybody? My name is Israel Onyach, aka Onyach Pala.
Hello.
Yeah, man.
And to my left we have...
Luaya tajiri. Tajiri mwenyewe, yes sir.
Si force.
Better than.
My name is Charisma. I'm part of Kodong. Today to become the guys who know English.
Okay. Shift one. First shift.
It's an English podcast.
Okay. Welcome. How are you guys feeling? What's the inspo behind the looks? Tuanzapi? Let's start with you, Mordecai. Ama muliva tu.
Maze, mimi napenda luku. So leo nimeput on, nikam comfortable, nimekam cozy.
Yeah.
Na Yesu ni mwokozi.
Inspo.
Yeah.
Mimi nilikuwa kuvaa black manze nikatoka nje nikapigwa na jua so nikatafuta kitu kingine.
Kitu ya replay.
At least yeah.
Inspo.
Mimi nimevaa tu, to be honest, nimepata na wardrobe malfunction, nimevaa vitu tano. But me feel comfortable na hii.
Yeah. It's the final look.
It's the final
Yeah.
look.
Okay.
Mimi ndio kwa comfortable na na feel ka Teletubbies nasikia poa manze. Proper aeration.
Yeah. Okay.
Tinky winky.
So let's talk about the origin story of Kodong Klan. How did you guys come together?
Anajua kizungu.
Unajua the problem with the group is sometimes everyone is waiting for everyone to speak, the other person to speak. Yeah, but I think how Kodong started is there's a dude called Trevor. He's an amazing sound engineer, producer. Who just had an idea of bringing musicians together to work together, to kind of uplift each other, to hold each other accountable. And so he just started calling each of us. And I think the people he called predominantly, or all of us are people who've worked together. So it just sort of made sense to start Kodong with the people who've worked together, who have kind of a rapport, who understand each other. Now, that's how Kodong started, and the goal for Kodong was always just to be there for each other, na kusukumana to make sure to push the industry forward and the culture forward. Yeah, so essentially Kodong just started like that, like a call, hey bro, we're doing this. How are you feeling about doing this with these guys and these guys and these guys, and that's how we all came together. Yeah.
I'm curious, were there other people that were supposed to be a part of it that didn't make the cut?
Si tulipigiwa.
Yeah.
But Kodong's a big family though.
Yeah.
There's like a lot of producers and sound engineers as well. Na wasanii pia.
Management as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's a big conglomerate.
Yeah. Ameweka mapema tempo.
High stakes.
So what does the name Kodong Klan mean?
Well,
We know clan.
Yeah.
Kodong.
Kodong. Me honestly, the first time nilisikia Kodong ni Bwana Okello Max. Nilisikia amepiga kwa Raw. And it sounded also very nice. Originally ilikuwa jita The Clan.
The Clan, okay.
Yeah, which was
manze unajua KKK manze.
The Clan tena. So Kodong Clan, I think ina sound poa pia. KK.
Yeah.
Manze.
But Miss Jai, sijui kama niko wrong, but nilikuwa nadhani Okello akisema Kodong mara ya kwanza ni zile viatu za madem za kufanya Kodong. Zilikuwa zinaitwa pumps ama nini. So even though I think Kodong, the word Kodong essentially ilitoka hapo, but nikiti ili originate kutoka the boy Okello.
Yeah.
And just we felt like it's an original thing, like I mean, maybe people have had it before. Of course, people have had it before, but it sounded very original to us, like as a group. Like when you say Kodong Klan, it's just us. When you say the clan, it could be whoever. There's many clans. I have a clan in Western, but Kodong Klan is.
Na pia kuna Clan Day.
Next question. Now, each of you are already stars in your own right, and you have your own sound as artists. So how have you managed to create a cohesive sound as a group?
Yeah, we all knew each other from way back before we all became superstars. We were friends. We did like a lot of writing sessions together.
Yeah.
You know, the whole Kodong. So I understand Mordecai's way of writing. He understands our way of writing. We understand Charisma's way of writing, and so forth. So it's easy for us to know, like, this is our strengths. This is where Okello can do this and this. So we basically have a really good understanding of each other's artistry.
Now, late last year, you guys released. Was it late last year or this year? When
late
did you
last
release?
year.
Late last year. Yeah, you released the self-titled album Disko. How has it been since?
Hey.
Nani hatujasikia sauti yake?
Disko ni one of the albums that I'd say we put thought into, but we weren't very rigid about.
Okay.
Kwa sababu I'd say we wanted to release it, but we didn't have a specific date. But then what happened was we had a listening party at Michael Joseph Center, and the way people reacted to the music ilikuwa fascinating sana. So we were like, okay, why not release the album and just give Kenyans more music, or other people more music before the year ends?
Yeah. And
how people responded to Disko was it's really heartwarming, man. It's really heartwarming. Sometimes inaweza kwa tu nimekaa alafu nasikia madhango kwa TikTok. Nasikia Disko tu anacheza. Ni crazy. Sometimes she doesn't even know that I'm part of it, and it's really nice, man. It's really nice. Yeah.
Alrighty.
And maybe just to add to that, I think with the release of the album, one of the most important things for us is to just keep giving Kenyans content and keep putting Kenya on the map. And it's actually very funny that all the guys here released albums during that period, individual albums. So we had the Mordecai album, we had the Watenda Willie album, we had my album. And then you see now there's an album like Disko that comes into the fray. So what it does is, for us, it's just more. We're not working on our individual brands. We're all working on the individual brands, but we have something else we're also doing that's supplementing into the content. So I think it's just really dope in terms of the volume of music that's coming from this set of people in Kodong Klan. Yeah.
Alrighty. Okay. When it comes to the album, would you agree that it celebrates like Kenya's diverse cultures?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like the kind of sounds that we incorporated. Disco, actually the song Disco in itself. Pale kuna ni Urutu fulani nacheza, that's a live. We got someone to actually play that
Live.
You know, and also, like you said, we weren't very rigid about like the sound and what the direction of the music itself. So we wanted to experiment and give people like a wholesome experience of Kenyan music. Right? So like, I think in our own way, that's a celebration of Kenyan sound and culture in as far as music goes. Yes.
Like Kilumeni
Matanga ya Wakamba.
Iko kwa yo Disko. Disko Matanga wa Jaka. Exactly. It's crazy.
Yeah. Now, I'm not sure if you guys have seen, but there's been so much discourse about artists having to strike. Artists having to strike a balance between celebrating culture but also avoiding cultural misappropriation. And I'm curious what your thoughts are on that, especially in a group that has such diverse individual backgrounds.
Yeah, me I just say, you know, I've had that conversation. Guys.
Yes.
Me, I just feel like we should all be free to experiment. If I want to sing in Kikao, if I'm not Kikao, let me sing in Kikao. If I want to sing Kilunje and I'm not Luya, let me sing it. Like, art is freedom, it's expression. You know? It's putting this and that together, and it doesn't have to always be perfect. Like, so people who are too rigid, wakwende huko.
Yeah, and the problem with limiting art is, and I've always just felt that when you start to limit art, where's the boundary?
Okay.
You know? So at what point are now people are going to say, okay, pia sitaki charisma avae vile amevaa kwa video.
Right.
Because unajua wataanza you'll have something to say about everything. Yeah. Also, I feel like as a Kenyan, as a country, thinking someone from another tribe is appropriating shouldn't be a thing for us. We're already dealing with so much tribalism in this country. So for people from other tribes to just be appreciating another tribe is a big thing for me. I think it's a very important thing for me. If I want to sing in Kuk and I sing in Kuk, it's me celebrating Kuk culture. Yeah. I don't think it's not like a white person doing braids, bro.
Or blackface.
You know, I don't think it's the same thing.
It's not the same.
Maybe I've seen people say things like maybe the miscommunication of certain messages, and maybe if you feel that way, is to work, and especially coming from fellow artists, if you feel that way, maybe the goal is to work with your fellow artists to enable them to put forth that message in a way that you think is the right way, instead of tearing them down. I don't think we should tear. We're such a critical stage, at such a critical stage as a Kenyan music industry, we can't be tearing each other down. Yeah, you know.
You guys, you have something to share?
Msanii ni kioo cha jamii. Exactly. Unajua, so I have to reflect back what I view from society and community yangu, experiences zangu. Let me mirror that back to the community and the society. So allow me that freedom to do that. Like you said, like it's my job to actually do that. You know, so if I see it fit to do it in a cultural setting or in however influences zenye nime pick up along the way in my experience as an artist, then allow me to do that. You know? Okay. Yeah.
But the fact also that it's bringing out conversation, it's really nice.
It's important.
Sure.
The fact
that people are talking about it, the fact that people care is empowering and it's enlightening. Because kuna wasata juu your stuff, they don't even know the folk song itself. So the fact that it's out there now and people are talking about it, I guess that shows that people are doing the right job.
Na mwache kuona Wakenya wakiimba juu ya broadcast anda na nini. Boss, mkionanga hizo vitu zikiimbwa majua mcomplaining. Sijui mbona morality wanga so high when it comes to Kenyan musicians. Like I don't know, for some reason people will listen to a Nicki Minaj song talking about WAP, and then the next song is Charisma saying Marianne Nivulia Sidiren. Charisma becomes so immoral. Yeah. But Nicki is amazing.
The goalpost is always moving.
Yeah.
Alrighty, okay. So when it comes to you as a collective, what has been the biggest challenge and the biggest joy of working together? Let's start with the biggest joy before we get into the challenges.
I feel like the joy and challenge for me is like the same thing.
Really?
The challenge is to get everyone together. And the joy is when everyone is together. Yeah.
Oh, crazy. Oh, hey, Msanii. Very nice. Yeah. I think also my biggest joy is the diversity that Kodong carries, because like everybody, like I said, like individually, we're very different and similar, but the differences make that spice, you know? And also like challenge, getting this hatu sinu vichwa ngumu tu si yetu kivyetu tu, so getting everyone together, like, you know, that in itself creates such a wonderful experience, to be honest.
From previous I don't want to say bands, but let's say collectives in music, there's always been the politics of who is the lead, who is I don't know what, and I'm curious if that coexists or has coexisted within you guys.
I don't think with Kodong. So I think when people come into Kodong, they're already made men. Yeah. You know, when we came into Kodong, everyone was already a made man. I don't think there's anyone who looks at the next as inferior or superior. So us guys just we literally just grind. And I think with regards to what you're saying, and maybe it's a challenge, I think just the egos, but I think the most beautiful thing about the egos is seeing how people have been able to, in the group, understand, man, I need to tone this down, I need to compromise here and here and here. So I think there's that, but I don't think there's any element or there's a lead singer or, you know, I don't think there's been that. Us guys have worked like brothers and just, yeah, it's just beautiful to work together. Yeah, ni amazing kuwork na wasi wa talented. Inabamba manze, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Now, I want to get your take on the current state of like Kenyan music, and especially with the rise of urban tone and genge tone.
What a beautiful genre.
Yeah. Again, discuss about people are not being creative enough. People are just sampling the same music. People are just doing it.
Ndio na show, acha niambie, niko na shida sana na as in, missy get like hata ngoma ya Burna Boy ya mwisho ni sample.
Yeah.
Last, which is probably his biggest song now, is a sample.
Yeah.
But for some reason, when Kenyan artists do it,
Yeah.
it's so bad.
Yeah.
You guys are not creative, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, I understand, like, sometimes the urban tone artists, some of them, they just take the beat as it is.
Okay.
You know, so they don't do any creative work behind the beat. So they take like an old school track and then just sing over it. And then it becomes like a hit.
Yeah.
And then now they can't do much with it, you know. So I think if we work well on those samples, like yes, sampling is not bad, but just work
Clearing,
well, like clearing them, or like just
Being creative with the
be
samples.
creative with the samples,
okay.
so that even if it becomes a global hit, yeah, it doesn't limit you.
Yeah.
You know, you can do so much with it.
Yeah.
You know, you can collect money.
Yeah, I have one to big up. I want to say, man, urban tone, genge tone are probably the two biggest or most, I want to say most important genres of the last like 10 years, because I've always said the one thing urban tone and genge tone did is they brought the ear back to the ground. This industry was flooded with Nigerian music.
Yeah.
But those guys brought the ears back. They made it cool to listen to Kenyan music again. And I think all of us have benefited from it. Yes, there's people who are doing amazingly, Kina had the band, Kina Saudi So, and whoever, but a lot of guys have benefited from these kids just putting the music, bringing the music back. So we have to give them their props on that. In terms of like the different genres that exist, I think I really love the diversity. There's us guys doing what we do. There's urban tone. There's an scene now. There's so much happening in the Kenyan music industry, and so there's something for everyone. Of course, there's areas to improve, but I think we now at this point in time provide such a variety in options that you can't say Kenyan music is trash or there's nothing for me. There's something for everyone, literally. So me feel I don't want to, yeah, kama like his stuff, unaweza enda to the next one, na itakubamba, you know.
Yeah.
So I think we have so much diversity, and I think that's the beauty of being Kenyan, which in the past people thought was a weakness. Hatuna sound, hatuna nini, but mi nadhani the fact that tunaweza wekea mtu meza na chakula mingi achague chenye anataka kula, I think is amazing.
Agree. Nika states.
Yeah.
So if you say what the sound of US is, you can't quite say
what the sound is.
States,
yeah.
Ni hip hop ama ni hip hop. You can't quite say. I think you know gift it was Kenyan.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you were talking about things that need to change, I'm curious, is there like as artists, and especially in the music scene, would you wish for a regulatory body of sorts to help when it comes to, I don't know, whatever it is that you need help in, or would you prefer to maintain your independence?
In terms of creation, no?
Just like say, let me give an example in the creative space as content creators. Remember when the Ministry of Youth, Sports, whatever, attempted to make some
changes.
Yeah, of sorts. And I'm like, in the music scene, is it the same, or would you guys?
Okay. I think this is something I even wrote about in school. Yeah. First of all, oops. The first thing that needs to change is Ruto. However, when we move past Ruto, I think the structures in this country don't work
to
in
support
general,
artists.
to support artists. First of all, can you imagine us guys? So, for example, Dex is registered to a publishing agency, but he can't collect in Kenya.
Yeah.
Because the collection in Kenya is just niwezi. Hakuna kitu wanatupatia, like hata hakuna mahali unaweza enda collect, because they've really made So Dex can collect from all over the world, apart from
Yeah.
Kenya, where his music is predominantly played.
Yeah.
Are you seeing how ridiculous that is?
Yeah.
The CMOs in this country don't pay musicians as they should be paid. You can't tell me what in the Willy.
CMO inamaanisha nini for someone who
Kina Prisk, kina MCSK, the societies, kina Camp, kina Prisk, kina MCSK, kina Camp. They don't they don't pay musicians as they should. So for example, MCSK, kina Watendawili have had Chamtum, they've had Inakubalika, they've had Hadikesho, they've had a whole album.
Yeah.
Alafu watumiwe 1300. Kwanza ujue wanatumiwa hiyo kama group.
Hey, 1500.
15, no, but it's the truth. It's 15 so to share, you know. That shit don't make sense at all. There's no end. And you know that's not payment 34 per month. You know, annual.
Yeah.
Yes. So the structures that just don't work. When you go to a country like South Africa, there's artists who are not even close to being known how the people who are sat here are known. But because of how their CMOs pay them, they live a proper life. You know, msee anaishi maisha poa. Labda yesi kaspanyo vest, but yani unajua place ka ese msanii anaweza kosa kufanya show mwaka mzima na aishi. Na aishi maisha legit. But in Kenya you can't, man.
Yeah.
The copyright society steal from us and they've tried a bunch of things. They've tried I genuinely just think the old guard needs to move out. We need to have people who care about the Kenyan music industry, who are not just there about their stomachs, and that's number one, the old guard. Hiyo generation ya wazae wote tu ni walafi. Hiyo iko corrupted kutoka juu mpaka waende tu wote. Unaona, the same way Ruto na au umse mwenye alfail AUC wote wanafaa kuishia. Even though inafaa kukaa. So yeah, I think in terms of what needs to change, the structure bit, because the talent is there.
Yeah.
The musicians are there, but the structure is not there. You can't tell me, us guys as a collective should be earning 1, 2, 3, 4, 6,000 a year from our music.
Yeah.
Makes no sense from a CMO when our music is being played on every station in this country.
Yeah.
So for me, that's one thing that really, really has to change. Yeah.
Okay.
Ameexpress, amemaliza kizungu yote. CMO.
Yeah.
And also I feel like-
Walitoa Murkomen kwa hii kitu yetu hata niliacha kufuata. Kipchumba.
Na feel pia at the end of the day also I feel like as an artist also it's your responsibility to make sure that you find the right avenues. If there's something that is not working, sawa, we can tunaweza sema manze yenyewe tunaweza lazima ni important to actually, you know, call these people out.
Yes.
But also it's equally important to find avenues where you can find revenue for your music.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's your responsibility as an artist to actually find avenues that work for you.
Yes.
If it means creating your own shows, you know, like people have been doing. Manze Karima Live ilikuwa hatari sana, unajua. Watendawili, Kodong, like creating your own avenues of actually making revenue for yourself as an artist, because nobody's coming to save you.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, and we can't always keep singing because we've sung this song for generations and generations before. So we have to take that mantle up and find ways to actually save ourselves.
Yeah.
Like a victim mindset.
Exactly.
Yeah, itoke kando. Alafu hizo the other things zitupate kwa njia.
For sure.
Yeah.
Let's talk about lastly gatekeeping, because this is something that is so common in every industry.
Right.
As artists who have been in the industry for a while, but there are those, should I say your forefathers, those
Right.
that came before you. Do you feel like they have paved the way for you? Or what could also change in that sector?
Christ.
What does the gatekeeping scene in the music industry look like? Is that a touchy?
No, well, I feel like in their own way, because I feel like everybody was inspired by somebody.
Yep.
You know, what we're saying about taking a song that's already existent and recreating it in your own way.
Yes.
You have to get inspiration from somewhere. And in their own way, like forefathers, have inspired the younger generation. What I wish was there is what Charisma is saying about structures that could actually translate for someone who has already made it to make other people to
also make it.
Now, make it. Unajua, like paving a path that is very, unajua imecreatiwa vizuri. Unataka kukua hivi, unafanya hapa, enda pale, ongea na huyu. Unajua that's what we lack, and that's what I'm saying about, like, you know, we have to do that for ourselves, and also now pave the way for others who are also gonna come and do that. Unajua, as in to create your njia. Juu sasa hatuwezi pia sema hii story itaendelea hivi. Someone maybe 5 years from now we're gonna have the same interview with someone else sitting here. And you're gonna ask the same question, and they're gonna be problem. Like, manze mimi na feel ni kama, unajua, it doesn't have to be like that. We have to now take up that mantle again, as I say, and create structures that actually work for us and for people who are gonna come after, so that the story changes.
I think on the gatekeeping as well, I think we are blessed to be coming up in the era of like social media, digital era. So we don't have a lot of gatekeeping. Like the power is with the fans a lot of times. But I would like to give flowers to like Sauti Sol for, you know, putting things like their own festival.
Had the band.
Sure. You know,
for pushing the live scene.
They're trying to start a publishing thing that will actually work. You know, so we give love to everyone who's trying to do the right thing. But most importantly, we give love to the fans.
I think vile umesema tu, manze hii stuff iko kwa mkono wetu sasa. Manze tuko lucky, yo. I think gatekeeping really existed in the era when you needed radio. So bad TV. You see now, this is a massive channel. What we're doing now is so massive in terms of disseminating information to the people. Like just TikTok, for example, inaweza fanya ngoma ya msee.
Even SNS.
Ndo nasema hapa penye tuko. Unaget, so sasa tuko tu mahali lucky penye fans ndo wanaamua a lot. So
okay, this was inspired by something Charisma you had said, but this is still on the conversation around misappropriation. There's also on the quote-unquote mediocrity of writing. And there's always been a conversation about artists, not just in Kenya, but also globally. People feel like there's a shift between people writing music for, like, with a yearning for music versus writing for TikTok.
Right. I feel like you can't really necessarily hawezi dictate venye msanii ataandika, to be honest. I feel like you need a song for Monday morning and a song for Sunday afternoon with the whole family, and a song for Friday, and all those songs are equally important. You need a Gundam style, you need a Kuliko Jana, you need an El Shaddai, you need a Mai Jaber, you need all of that collectively. So we can't necessarily put a box. I feel like that putting a box around what you want to hear, again, sai kuna a lot of content, a lot of information. If you kama kuna kitu like,
move over.
Next, unajua, like, so hatuwezi, unajua tufai kufanya hiyo kitu, tunai constrict art, and art is not supposed to be put in a box. It's not supposed to be constricted into one thing, ama what I want. Na kama kuna what I want, find what you want. And stick to that. That's what I'd say.
Because that writing for TikTok is also necessary.
It is.
Honestly. There are people who thrive off of that.
Na mimi nimeshindwa kudo your stuff.
Kuna msanii amevishia stuff.
Ni ngumu sana than ni rahisi, but
sometimes ni natural.
Unapata
naandika tu na.
But kuna wasitu wako na hiyo gift. But mi wacha niwaambie kitu. Mi hata siaminingi opinions za watu anymore na muziki, kwa sababu hizo ngoma zenye watu husema ati zimeandikwa ovyo ovyo ndo zinasikizwa the most.
For sure.
So saa zingine niko tu zile za you see, music is also out there to be critiqued, so it's fine. People will have things to say. Even you see that song that you think was so well written, there's someone who has something to say about it.
No lie.
Sure.
You know, so
music is one of those things where everyone has an opinion.
It's subjective as shit.
It's not like how do I put it? It's not like law. Wasn't I'm a lawyer flani, you should do your job like this and this. But
kuna njia yenye nafaa
but for artists waso ambiwa hivyo.
Okay. So the year is 2025. We're still in Q1. What's next for Kodong Klan?
Last year we didn't give you guys like shows, proper shows. We did intimate ones and stuff. So this year we're gonna do bigger and better shows and more music for sure.
Yeah.
And more music for sure. More content, more music.
All right.
Unaweza imagine show na si wase wote. Acha niambie honestly, hata mimi kama part of Kodong naifikiria nasema wa. Hata mimi kitoka stage nataka tu kwa fun.
Yeah.
On a good, yeah.
Okay, so we'll move to the second bit, which is games. We'll start with who's most likely to. Okay, so who's most likely to start an impromptu jam session in the middle of a serious meeting?
We also mentioned the guys who are not here.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think Dex.
Dex. I said Dex.
I said Dex.
Dex, you are.
Dex and you are. Yeah, actually.
By the way, you guys have not given us an a cappella rendition of something today.
After game, someone say.
That's what I. These people who start impromptu jam session.
Bimondilima pocho pocho tina chedni chunya imaingodo ongenga tomabo mai doda awenono abebo come anytime kumene ungise ayo charite dona ama kongenge kambutanya one ayo charite dona.
After every question unapewa cappella.
Thank you so much. Who's most likely to forget their own lyrics on stage?
Fidel.
So is it that your mind just goes blank?
Wakona politics, wakona views za kichwa. Wakona politics, lives,
litigation.
Yeah, but I don't know. If I knew, I wouldn't be forgetting them.
Charisma anaenda kama ameandika lyrics. So if you see Charisma doing this
like this on stage, I'm reading lyrics.
That's why he's reading.
Actually ni wewe tu. Mtawangala msemo mwingine.
Haya.
Yeah.
Who's most likely to show up late for a music video shoot?
You are.
Bombo Clan.
Jitete.
Hata wezi jitete.
It's okay. But I'm reform. Leo ameka mapema.
He was the first one.
No, bro. Okay, first one, but he was still late.
Wow.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's most likely to drop everything and go on a spontaneous trip? And I mean everything. Like, fuck this, nimeenda.
Benso.
I think Benso.
Yeah.
Who's most likely to start drama?
Charisma.
Who's most likely to have the wildest DMs from fans?
Hey, okay, Max. Ladies.
Who's most likely to turn a simple sound check into a full-blown performance? Like you just came here for a sound check and they're already going off.
Dex and Fidel. But I think Dex.
I'd say Dex.
Yeah,
I think Dex gets carried away by music.
Yeah.
Like when Dex starts doing music, he just forgets everything.
We were all, let me tell you, side, Dex was our teacher in Saudi Academy. So he really inspired us. You know, he's an amazing
Even me as a performer, I like
So
this is the person I look up
he's a
to.
good forefather. He has helped
He
people.
didn't get killed.
Yeah, and one of the best performers you'll ever see.
Yeah.
Me, but I keep telling the Heart guys, like in terms of performance, when I was coming up as a musician, the people I used to watch every time and be like, this is who I want to be, was always them.
Yeah.
Kwanza akifanya hivi nywele.
Alafu nywele kitu yake hivi. Check it out.
So let's play truth or dare. So I'll ask you at random if you want a truth or a dare. But let's make it fun. We'll start at random. Sian, truth or dare?
Dare. Sasa ngoja nisipofanya dare na hapo.
Uko sure?
Unaifanya?
Lazima ufanye
Unaifanya.
Uko sure?
Ulisema dare.
Unaona bila kuna kunywa kitu.
Dare. Sian. Freestyle a verse about the person sitting next to you in 30 seconds.
Oh. So I freestyle for 30 seconds.
So the person sitting next to you is Dex or myself. So freestyle a verse, 30 seconds.
Nipata beat basi. Nipata ni kitu.
Okay, basi mpe beat.
Unataka reggaeton.
Kitu ndio takao.
Dancehall.
Aha. Mana Dexter. Mana Dexter. Umefanya vitu mob dunia. Umetuonyesha vitu mob. Umefanya lini tena na tombe. On the freestyle. Every single time Johini ni freestyle. Mana dread uko na mtu na. Unapiga limbo tuko leo dinoma.
Nani akona?
Good. Badness.
Aya. Next, truth or dare?
Truth.
Okay.
Truth or dare already.
Which member of Kodong Klan
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
would you remove?
Asipodu nini na happen? Asipodu.
Lazima ujibu.
Sema mtu hayuko juu sisi tuko hapa.
Tajam.
Tutajam.
Wenye wanaimba tu ama
Ni kila mtu
Hii
ama.
swali ni crazy. Kai.
kidogo.
Acha njitoe.
Niulize, hii swali
Najitoa
ni
siku
kila
mbili.
mtu ama watu waimbaji?
Si waimbaji.
Ndajitoa siku mbili
Maana ndugu yangu.
Ujitoe siku mbili.
alafu nirudi.
Ni kama truth ndio mbaya.
Truth ni no.
Si mbaya hivyo. Aya. Charisma, truth or dare?
Hajajibu?
Amesema atajitoa.
Alafu
Which
nirudi.
is a
Hapo ni
hapo ni
safe,
safe.
but
But tutakupata tu.
Ah,
Truth
pole
and dare
kwangu,
ni nyingi.
Ah,
Charisma,
ni
truth or dare?
Truth.
Yeah, man.
Shida ni Stefan ananijua.
Okay. Hii hata si mbaya.
Okay.
Si mbaya. If you could swap careers with any Kenyan artist for a day, who would it be?
Swap careers
Yeah.
with a Kenyan artist. Artist ama creative too. Artist. Lazima
Artist.
career.
Yeah, so
Or he becomes that person.
yeah,
That
you become
person.
that person, yeah.
For a day.
I'd probably swap careers with BN so that I could talk to Burna Boy and tell him to do a collab with Charisma.
Okay.
Wow.
Lol.
Hello, yeah.
Sawa.
Wow.
Akili, aya. You are a truth or dare?
Yeah. At least balance.
There. All right. I want you to post a cryptic tweet.
Hata yuko
Tweet
Twitter.
or story.
Hayuko
Are you on
Twitter.
Twitter? So basi post on your story. Post on your story. I think it's time I finally told the truth, and then don't explain.
Hiyo ni kali. Ngoja, sasa ndio ni shoga.
Yeah, post I think it's time on your story.
Hiyo ni strong though. Yeah, so wait, say hakuna follow up.
And then he needs to leave it for a couple of
Can I
hours.
post it with a picture?
No? Just, you know how people...
No, I can't take
These guys are scammers.
No,
Yeah, wow.
it needs to be in
No,
text.
the
Like
black
you're releasing a
cat
statement. Yes.
I say less. Ama kitu msofanya.
Evil. Yeah.
Oh,
I
Lord.
think it's time. I think
In
it's
caps.
time. Yeah, in caps. I think it's time I finally...
Crazy.
Hadi unasahau kutype.
I finally told the truth.
Oh, and insane, bro. Like, I
feel like a ball
imagine
long
if I
sasa.
wasn't here,
Don't
ningeona hiyo
explain it.
story. Sasa ningekuwa napigia hiyo haya.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, bro.
Bro, kosa.
Nani sieke music?
Nothing.
Neka ngoma ya Charisma.
Nothing. Center. Aya.
Hivyo tu.
Ndio hapo.
Sina ka follow long bro.
Leta ni post.
Sina ka follow.
Nini? Mpaka kesho. Hadi kesho. Haja tumeanza ni upload.
Hata sijali yani.
Unajua
Post.
Kama utalala nje leo. Sijali.
unajua tungoje ipost.
Mayo.
Usiende humu sio tumekuachilia.
Hata sina bundles.
Hauna bundles?
Ako nazo.
Oh.
Zimepost
Posted.
zifanye.
Aya, exit. Eka kando.
This is great. Kata na simu
Kando.
yako.
Aya.
Tena. Wewe ufanye.
Tunafanya. It's just you
Wewe
guys.
mbona udu?
Mimi siko Kodong Klan.
Okay.
Alright. Aya.
Kodonga.
Hey.
Dex, truth or dare?
Truth.
Mbona umeruka onyachi?
Ulishafanya?
Alianza na
Ndio alikuwa kwanza. Ndio alifanya freestyle.
Oh, Dex akudu.
Yeah. Tunaenda we're going back and forth.
Si bado tunaruka onyachi, mbona tunamruka? Ni
Sawa
yeye sahi.
basi. Onyesha. Truth or dare?
Chill.
Truth or dare?
Truth.
Umeepa.
Imekuwa noma mzee.
Truth. Okay. And this one is simple. What is a secret talent that you have that your fans don't know about?
Just umejibia.
And demonstrate.
Demonstrate.
Yes, the secret talent. Show me your talent. Show me your talent.
Sasa nini na sound kanyonde.
What? I must go for it.
Mambo bird.
Ile siku ndio.
Bro, you are a scammer. Bro, you are a scammer. You don't know the guy.
Unaniaka ndudi.
Ni freno.
Anti-freno.
Ebu try again tuone kama itaitikia.
Nataka maji.
Oh, maji. Aletewe maji.
Yaani
Lazima.
Umesikia?
Fanya tena.
Kila mtu anafanya kitu wajao.
Haya basi tuendelee. Next. Truth or dare?
Truth.
Which Kenyan artist's music do you find is extremely overrated and why?
God.
Overrated.
Inge kwa soda angejibu. Najua jibu yake.
Najua jibu yake.
We.
Wewe sema yako. Itabidi ujibu mtu.
Hiyo is mine.
And why?
And why?
Yes.
I'm kidding.
I'm kidding you.
Hapo unajua Dex anajuana na kila mtu.
Akila msee manze.
Wa. Okay.
Tafuta msame relocate.
He.
Dex leo ndio ile siku.
Hakuna kitu ya kukunywa kama
Ungekunywa
tu.
Manze unajua Dex ni mtero safi.
Sasa overrated. Overrated ni crazy manze. Na nimetoka tu kusema kila music ni important. Sasa mnaniweka manze mnaniweka
kama
position.
Friday si important ama Saturday.
Wallahi. Sabato.
Amesema
baba bado wewe. Ametoa songs.
Msingoma zake? Ako overrated.
No, Dex anatupiba.
Anatupiba. Mwingine.
Ai.
Lakini nimemtaja. Atatuchapa.
Haiko tu sawa.
Ngojeni video yetu sasa.
Kodong Klan.
Wale Kodong Klan.
Mayo.
Usiogope, take your time.
Sasa. Overrated. Naweza sema Kodong Klan. Juu tumeretiwa sana.
That's a very cop-out answer.
That's
No,
but it's an answer.
It's my definition of overrating. Unatrade sana juu.
Juu individuals na ini group ndogo.
Wanafaa kwenda pia.
Fair.
Thank you sir.
Good job.
Yes. Thank you.
Unakaka mtiaji nonsense.
Very nice.
Aya, kidogo tumekufikia.
Dare.
Truth or dare. All right. Do you have your phone with you?
Hata
Konayo.
You have your phone with you. Yeah. I want you to send a voice note to the last person you texted, confessing your undying love.
Mimi nilikuwa producer, thank God.
Come.
Chukua simu.
Hapana mdem.
Bana.
Oh shit.
Ni nani?
Mbona tuna scroll?
But you know I don't text as much, to be fair.
That's the last person.
So last person, even if it's a dude.
Dude hatutaki.
Dude hataki.
Mambo yako. Demo mwisho ni text. Oh nice. Fuck niggas.
Tuma. Nataka hivyo sio kwa clear. And you need to keep a straight face. Ukianza kucheka atajua ni jokes.
Kachini.
Tuone umechapendea.
Fungua.
Finally.
You confess your next.
Hapana, umehapana.
So unaona
amechange.
hapana, so gani ni next? Angalia ni soon. Angalia.
Nipe simu.
Sasa game.
Sawa.
I record. Leta nikushikie record.
Hi.
Charisma Fidel. Anza tena. Straight face.
Hello.
Huwa namlavia ukweli. Wacha kutetemeka.
Umbo wewe.
Ni ukweli.
Ngoja. Sawa. Hello. I just wanted to say I love you. I love you so much. I don't know what I'd do without you. Yeah. I love you.
Undyingly.
Ndio mtu angalie kama hiyo simu iko sawa.
Shit. Lakini you chat, naona picha.
Iko sawa, the back at the camera side.
Iko sawa.
Okay. Sawa. Eka tu hapo kando. Imesend. Great. All right. Aya. Luaya, truth or dare?
Truth. I'll do truth.
Utaki dare?
Sitaki dare. I'll do truth. Uko sawa, bro. It shall be well.
Ananichekesha. Truth. Which is your least favorite Kodong Klan song?
Ooh, tough one.
Yeah, lakini atajibu.
Hey.
Yeah, atajibu.
Least favorite.
Nifungulie playlist.
Hebu nifungulie niangalie.
Simu yako si ndio hii.
Least
Hata usiogope. Na ujue ukitaja
zote.
Ukijua ukitaja unaharibu soko ya ngoma. Kuna watu waliweka bidii ndani ya ngoma fulani unasema kazi yao ni bure. Ile bidii watu wameweka kwa job, wewe unasema hakuna kitu walidu. Watu walika Kisumu wiki moja, imagine. Wewe unasema yani matope walifanya.
Least favorite.
Least favorite.
Yeah.
Udam fulani.
Sasa tena umeshiko chini. Sema tu kwa hierarchy list favorite.
No, for sure I have one.
For sure.
Amesema for sure.
I think Kumbaya.
Why is it your least favorite?
I don't know. Hata sijaisikia tangu itoke.
Wow.
Walai.
Napenda hiyo.
Guy.
Okay. All right. Sawa.
Kumbaya.
Haya. Now this one it will be free range. The four of you will vote who will do this dare.
Oh, nice. Vote.
Yes.
Fidel.
Acha ni washo. Na ndio maana nilitaka kusema hii stuff ni unfair. Juu tayari kuna wase wawili hapa ni group. So vote yao count as one.
Okay.
Hakuna kitu.
And that will be fair because you see wait. When you're voting you need an odd number. Imagine if it go 2-2. Now we're stuck. So I'm saying because these people operate as a group, let the vote be one. Let Dex have one vote, I have one vote. Just to make it fair.
Let's be different. To vote be different.
No. Wachana. Asiyasema yuko Kodong Klan no.
To vote be different.
Shauri yenu.
Wewe acha.
Mkitaka kutoa ngoma si nyiwe elewana. Mtaelewana leo. Joase watanionea.
Hiyo dare ni gani?
So the dare I want you to do is you sing. It's not even bad, by the way. I just want you to sing the chorus of one of your songs, a Kodong Klan song, but in an exaggerated opera style.
Yeah.
How do you know all the things?
Washaimba.
Yeah, si ndio?
Dex hajaimba by then.
Next basi tuimbe.
Mama yowe, mafanzo wanapiga mayowe, karibu sindiria watowe, mpaka inakaa kama ndoto, mama yowe. I just wanna lay down my worries and give thanks every morning. Hawawezi zima humoto, moto. Nasema moto umewaka moto, moto umewaka moto, moto umewaka moto umewaka.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Maximum.
So the last bit is quiz whiz. Are we ready? So, what year did the legendary Kenyan band The Mushrooms release Jambo Bwana? 7, 6. Yoyote? 5.
Fanya kuguess.
4.
1964.
Hey, bro, what?
1964 Wongo.
So guess.
Aya.
Usigeuzie umbwa.
1982.
You're so close.
Si basi mimi nipewe point.
You give him a point.
Yeah.
But it's 1980.
Nilikuwa sure.
Okay, give him half a point.
Hapana, sema point.
0.5.
Game ni yako. Game ni yako.
Kama ni
Steph, hii show inaitwa SNS. Stephanienganga. Si Kodong Klan show.
0.25.
Amesema 1 point. Thank you. Thank you.
Aya, tuendelee. Who was the first Kenyan female artist to hit 1 million YouTube views on a single song?
God damn it.
7.
Okay.
Aya, you guys pass.
Si ndo tumebuzz?
Yes. Yes.
Size 8.
Hapana. Next.
Leo za Chantel, mbona Chantel? Ni gospel. Hakuna clue.
Jibu.
Avril.
Akothe. Who was the first African artist to win a Grammy?
Africa.
Miriam Makeba.
Correct. Okay.
Hapo aseme.
Nilikuwa niseme huyo.
Nilikuwa aseme Miriam Makeba.
She's 1-4. No, she's 1-4.
Aya.
No, wait, you can't give that one. You said
So
who
he
buzzed
buzzed
first.
first, but you answered first.
Yeah,
So-
so
but that's
I get the
correct.
point. So now allow me to answer
half a
because
point.
my buzz.
Okay, but now he's already answered. Let me ask another question.
So we remove that question.
Okay.
You answer
Yes.
first.
So point hakuna.
Hakuna
Eh,
hiyo
hiyo
point.
imeenda.
Hata
moja.
Juni game, hiyo ndo
imeenda.
rule ya game. Otherwise we can
Yeah,
just do whatever we want.
All right. Next question. Which song has the most views on YouTube
In Kenya.
globally?
Globally.
Which song has the most views on YouTube globally? Just take a guess. Yes?
I think I know. I don't know.
10 seconds have lapsed. You
See you
guys-
again.
It's a good guess.
Fuck, I think I know.
6.
Sorry.
Haiwezekani.
You'd be surprised it's actually Baby Shark. I am.
Oh shit, actually. Yeah.
Okay. What is the name of the iconic Kenyan music festival that is held quarterly?
Blankets and wines.
Correct. Which artist has the most Grammy wins of all time?
Beyonce.
Tumesema nini? Honestly, hata unaona hiyo ni utiaji. Ni Beyonce, hiyo ni jibu yangu.
Kwa nini?
Sijui ni kwanza.
Alikuwa ameshabuzz.
Kweli?
Hapana, we audience.
Na hiyo kila msee. Tunaweza roll the tape. No, roll the tape. Roll the tape.
Sime kwa same time.
Si same time, haiwezi kwa same
Hata
time.
tunaweza bet.
No, I swear, nani ajui Beyonce ameshinda the most hata after tukweka mwekata. Hii ni common knowledge. But sasa tupate rules.
Okay.
Hiyo shida. Hebu niweke hiyo point.
Hata hakuwa seme hiyo.
I swear ni Beyonce. Na namba 2 ni nani? Namba 2 ni Kendrick. Najua.
Sasa nami ndo namba 2.
Sinaambia najua tu.
Sasa namba 1.
Aya, tuendelee.
So hiyo ni point ya nani? Na Steph,
Okay.
one just yongea ni point ya nani?
Okay. For be honest. Mimi niliona wamebuzz wa kwanza, but ukabuzz kama umejibu.
And that's not right. So point ni yetu. Asante.
Haujasema answer. Hauwezi pata
Beyonce.
point.
Sindi
Au
sana
ulisema way after.
Hakuna manzi.
Sasa kuna
I'm
mtu
sorry,
anapata hiyo
bro.
point.
Sawa, hiyo imeenda pia.
Acha iende.
Aya, which song has the most streams on the latest album by Kodong Klan on Spotify? Okay, both of you buzzed at the
Disco.
same time. Both of you buzzed at the same time.
Yeah, so si Disco.
Disco, sawa, you guys.
Disco.
Sawa, give them both the points. Next question. What is the traditional Kenyan music style popular among the Luo community?
Hiyo ni sisi.
Ndavunja.
Jibu hata.
Sasa ni kirong.
Jibu 10 seconds later.
By the way, you're yes, Benga. Okay. Aya, next question. Which iconic Kenyan group gave us the hit song Bomba Train?
Hiyo ni sisi.
Yes.
Kenyan group.
Yes.
Ni ogopa.
10 seconds imeisha.
Ni ogopa.
You, what is your... Okay, wait.
Si ni ogopa. Kama ni group. Umesema Kenyan group.
Okay, yeah.
Ni ogopa.
But ilimbwa na nani?
Isa.
Okay.
Na Nameless. Kama ni group. niogopa.
Haya, we have come to the
Labda question zingine.
Tupe results.
Labda question zingine 5.
Tupe results.
Umse ni unfair.
Mimi ni mtu wa baba. Tupe results. Hawa nirushe.
We have come to the end of Kodong Klan on SNS. But before we conclude, I just want to ask you guys to share where we can find you on your platforms, businesses you can Charisma, please. Businesses you'd like for us to support, anything. And then you speak to your close-up.
You can find me at Luya Hit everywhere, LUHYAHEAT. Just follow my page. There's a lot of information I put out there. Gigs, music. Also follow at Kodong Klan at KODONGKLAN. So, yeah.
You are?
Yes, you are tajiri everywhere. Watenda wili kila mahali. Kodong Klan everywhere. Love.
What's up, beautiful people? Israel Onyach over here, aka Onyach Pala.
Yeah.
Half of Watenda Wili, 7th of Kodong Klan. Boom. Crazy.
Yeah, man. Mordecai Dex, Mordecai_DEX, kama kawa. Find me everywhere. Find Hot the Band everywhere. Find Kodong Klan everywhere. I'll see you, man. Big things coming. I'll see you. Bless up.
Okay.
Boom, boom,
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching this video. We hope you did enjoy it. And if you did, make sure you leave a like, leave a comment, and of course, join our amazing SNS family. That's all for today. Until next time, bye.